Hey guys, Squid here and welcome to part 5 of this tutorial series in making a game in Unity using Playmaker. So if you're new, I'll put a link or even a card in the top right hand screen with a link to lesson 1. Also all other parts will be linked in the description. Part 1 will have links to all the assets you need, although probably are in this one as well. Okay, so in this one we are going to add some points to our game, but before we start, if you wouldn't mind, hit that like button and the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. It'll help out a lot as well. And yeah, let's just jump into it. So with the points, so how I'm thinking is we can have the player get points by passing through here, where it says, or called formation 1, because this is a trigger. So what we'll also do is we're going to add a new FSM to here. So to do that, if you aren't aware, we'll go to our formation 1, where it says formation 1 here, double click on it to open a prefab, and then add a new FSM. Okay, and we'll call this give point. Okay, and we want 2 events. We have on player touch, and we'll have add point. And we'll have a finish transition there, link them up. What we want to do here is do a trigger 2D event, collide tag with player, send event finished. Then on here we're going to do a float add, okay, so it says float variable, we're going to add a new variable and call it score, and we're going to add 1 point. Alright, and that is it. So we can actually exit out of there, go to formation 1, and when we get give point, we will copy that and then paste that to our other formations. So it's going to paste component as new onto all of these. Okay, and luckily with these ones, that means no matter where we go, we're actually going to have to adjust the trigger size in some cases, or we can just add a new rigid body. That one will be fine. Number 2 is there, so let's edit that collider here. Okay, and what we want to do is just Alt and scale it up like that. That's formation 2. Obviously, like formation 1, it's probably best doing with all of them. That should be enough. Okay, same with this one, and the same with all of them. Just want to make sure that wherever a player is going to pass through, there will be enough space, or there'll be a point where we can actually score the points. So it doesn't matter about how big these are, because obviously it's going to hit our cleaner anyway. Okay, no, what? That didn't work. Okay, try again. Okay. Now, we can actually see if this is working. So if we just choose something, go to Playmaker, we can go to Variables. Okay, it's not going to let us open the variables there. Okay, go to our Player, Variables, Global Variables, and let's watch score. So we'll hit play. Let's keep an eye on the score here. Hopefully then, when we pass through, we will get 1 point. And there we go, there's 1. Let's try the bottom. 2, 3, okay. 4, okay, that is working. Excellent. And obviously they're still getting destroyed. Okay. So now, let's have like a special thing up here every so often, which will give us some more points. So we've got the star here. Okay. And we'll have that about a smaller size. Again, we want a rigid body. We have this gravity scale of 0 and constraint on the rotation on the Z, and then a polygon collider as a trigger, and let's just call it star. Okay, add an FSM, we'll call the first one movement. Okay, and it's move. Okay, and then we want to have a set velocity 2D. Now, for this one, we're going to use our enemy speed, because we want it to move the same speed as the enemies, not slower or faster. And then also a cleanup. So add a new one here. We'll call this cleanup. Let's call it cleanup or collect. And we'll have 2 more states here. So we've got 3 in total. We'll put here what to do. Here we'll say player collect. And here cleanup. Okay, and we need some custom events for this one. We'll put player, not play. And clean up. We're going to add those to here. And we'll link them up to there. I don't want finished. Wrong one. Okay, delete transition. Transition. I want to add transition, clean up, and link that to here. All right, so here we want trigger, a 2D event. We want 2 of these. On here, float add. And then destroy self. Whereas on cleanup, we just want destroy self. Right, so on here, first one, let's say it goes to player and player event or transition, and then cleaner, not cleaner, yeah, collide tag with the cleaner, sorry, we want to clean up. And then here, make sure float add is first. We're going to add to our score, and let's say we add 10. Okay, so let's create a prefab out of that. We can then delete that, and now we just need to get it actually spawning into our game. So we're going to create an empty object, call it star spawn. And let's pop a icon on there. Okay, and then we'll put it near our spawner here. Now for this one, we're not going to actually have this controlling the spawn. We're going to add that to our spawner. We're just going to have this moving. So we're going to add 2 events here, or 2 states, 2 finished transitions, and link them up. We're going to call this spawner movement. We don't need to put a rigid body or collider on this one. So we'll say move to A. This one, move to B. Now we only need to do one thing here, and we're going to do a tween position. And that's going to appear here. So what we want to do is actually copy our X value here and paste that into our X in here. And then let's just choose the vector tool so we can see that clearer. We'll move that up. You can see there's a dot there, and this is going to control where we want it to go. Okay. Then we're going to say start delay of 0 is fine. Ease in, you can choose that yourself, but you could have like a spring. I'm going to choose linear, so it's just 1 constant speed, and we'll put 3 seconds. Let's put 5 seconds. Finished event, finished. Then all we need to do is copy this one and paste it into here. And now just move this one down. And make sure we choose real time in both of them. And that's done. We'll go to our spawner, and we're going to add a new event called star. We're going to add this to here. And we just need to edit here, so put 11 now. Go down. We're going to put star here, and we're going to set it small, say 0.4. So we don't want it to be too common to happen. And now we can just copy spawn formation 10 here. Okay, link that to here, and then star to here. And what we'll do then is put the star there, and then the spawn point will be star spawn, and just call it spawn star. So now when that appears, we all get 10 points. But obviously we want to be able to see that. So very quickly, let's add our UI. So we're going to go to our hierarchy here, right click, go to UI, and we'll add a canvas. And that will appear here. First thing we want to do is make sure it is scaling with screen size. Okay, and you'll see now this represents what is visible. Like when you play a game, it's like health and stuff, this is what is in here. I'm going to call this UI. And all we need to do is add a UI. We're going to add text. And we'll put some zeros. Okay, I'm going to make it bold. And by default, there's only like Arial font in here. You can drag TFF files in there to actually add different fonts. We'll say we want a size of 50. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's fine. I'll pop that in the top right corner. Now for here, you'll see this icon here. If you click here, it opens up a list of options here. Okay, and we're going to set its point there, or basically we're going to anchor it to there. So it's always going to stick there. Okay, and you can choose a color. You know, black probably will stand out here, or green, maybe not. You can just go through the color wheel until you find a color which you think stands out. I think a purple like that would be okay. Let's call this score, and we just want to add an FSM to this, and we'll call this show score. Okay, and then the same here is put set score is fine. Now we need two things here. First of all, we want to convert a float to string. So this will convert a number into a alphanumerical string, and then also a UI text set text. And you want make sure convert float to string is number 1. Float to string, we're going to select globals and choose score. String variable, the new one will say score underscore string. Format every frame, and put format, we'll put a 0 to make sure it's not going to show up in any decimals. Okay, for here, because it's already on the text object, we can just use owner. Where it says text, we're going to tick the box here to turn it to use a variable. Select globals, score string, every frame. Because if we don't have every frame, it's not going to update, and you're just not going to know what your score is. And that's it. I will save that. Let's hit play. And now we can play and score some points. Let's see if we get a star spawn. Now with the star spawn, it isn't going to spawn where I want it, but we see at the moment we're getting what we want. Scoring points. It doesn't want to spawn a star. Okay, so what we can do is we can just pause it, go to our prefabs, let's focus in on our spawner, and let's just drag a star onto here. And hopefully when we hit play it will start moving with it, yeah, but because of the position. Okay, let's try again. We'll pop that there. Okay, here we go. Okay, and we did get it there, but yeah. Okay, so that is all working. So that is this one done. In the next one, we're going to set up an actual game over screen and a start screen. So also when we get a game over, it will restart our score. Okay, so that's it again, like I say, for this one. If you need any help or have any suggestions for tutorials, you can put them in a comment section down below or join my Discord, link in the description and in the top pinned comment. And if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button and also hit that like button to help me out. And until next time, 8-Bit Squid out.